Hi John, it's Jeff here, and I'm here with my partner Jake, who you see walking there in the video. So just came in, I guess it would be the side door that comes into the kitchen here. Um, yeah, the kind of rough lumber on the ceiling here. Kind of cute. We got some cabinetry here. Yeah, they're clean and useful. The little oven set up here. Some pull-out drawers. They look kind of homemade, but yeah, definitely not soft close, but get the job done. I got some open shelving here over the kitchen, dishwasher, little hand wash sink. You got the actual sink. Fridge is all cleaned out. A little dining area here off the kitchen. We have a bedroom there, but we'll take a walk over this way here and just look at the living room. So some of the seals are broken on the windows. You can see that they're kind of getting a little fogged up. And they are, I believe they're all, for the most part, wood. Yeah. Yeah, everything's wood. You can kind of see a couple of them might need some attention. It does need a little bit of love here and there. And the decks too. We'll take a walk around outside after, but the decks I think do also need, yeah, a little love, a little pressure wash, a little stain, maybe a little extra support here and there. But yeah. Yeah, nice tile floor. That's hardwood, or sorry, white plank. I think softwood actually. But it is nice. The tile throughout most of the home matches. And then, oh, supposed to do the bedroom over here first, and then we'll go down that hallway. So off the dining room here we have the little kitchen. Again, I think it's a wide plank softwood flooring. Most of the doors interior are wood. They are newer, but they are wood. The lady down the road actually built this. You drive through her farm, and then her driveway keeps going through her property, and then you have the private gate that comes up here. Yeah, so these are all wood. You can see just from condensation and stuff, the paint is peeling a little bit. And then you have electric baseboard here. House isn't that old, so there isn't really a ton of red flags. This is an accessible shower here. So yeah, I would say this is kind of the, yeah, kind of accessible option here on the main floor. Nice big, actually built-ins here. I think you could do a little bit better in the mirror there, but there you go. Yeah, a little separate room here with the toilet. I'm not sure how that would work for accessibility purposes, if you wanted to keep this as an accessible option, because I know you're thinking of doing kind of hospitality focused. Yeah, so electric baseboard, nice big closet. 4 stair ducts, copper piping in there. It's quite a large space. That's copper piping, a newer PVC drain. Again, that, yeah, the house itself isn't that old. Yeah, so we'll go down the hallway here. We'll go upstairs, then we'll come back down and we'll go down to the basement. So yeah, we can do these rooms after. We'll head upstairs and just take a look up there. Again, nice softwood stairs here. Yeah, so then it's kind of like a bluish gray finish. It's softwood again, and then the knots kind of show through. Yeah, so definitely freshen up the paint up here. I think just when they were moving stuff out, so we did just a little bit of work, but just didn't finish the drywall. Yeah, so soffit floors here. These ones actually up here are PVC. This one here, the seal's broke. It's kind of cloudy. It's kind of foggy. But yeah, they definitely need a pressure washer. There's just bird poop and stuff all over them. Looks like there was curtains at one point that they took off, but oh, and this one's wood. Yeah, this one is wood. I have those bigger ones there on the side. Gorgeous view out of these windows. That's the ocean over there. Quite pretty. And the roof looks like it's in good shape in that part there. Nice big room. There is some minor cracking in the ceiling here. It could just be a bad drywall job. You can kind of see the tape through. We have a skylight here. This one again looks like wood. The condensation, you can see some of the paint has been peeling off. It looks like it's in good shape. Yeah. Yeah. One closet here. And yeah, we're just at the top of the stairs here. I think the flooring, other than that one room there, is pretty much the same, that bluish gray. With the knots kind of showing through. They moved some stuff out of here. The batteries out of the smoke detector. Yeah, so these windows here are all wood. Look like they're in fairly decent shape. It's a smaller room. What do they say? 8 by, I don't know, 12 maybe? 8 by 12 or 14, something like that. Yeah. Roof on this section here looks pretty good. Gutters are actually nice and clean. Got a little run-in shed there for some livestock. All right. So this would be bedroom 4. Yeah, so again, wood window. Same blue kind of gray flooring with the knots showing through. Sandals are like that ox blood kind of brown color, so you can kind of see a little bit. And then in here it's more of an orangey, kind of kept the pine finish, slightly browned, but yeah, it is still that white pine, I'm gonna say. Nice and clean. A little bit of caulking up there, it just needs attention. But yeah, overall this bathtub's nice. And I think it just needs a little clean. It looks like there's just a little bit of water sitting there. Yeah, it's clean, it's neat. Yeah, this cabinet's kind of older style. I feel like you could do a little DIY adventure here. Mirror. The mirror. Oh, yeah, it's nice and dry underneath. Cool. All right, so we'll go back down the stairs here and go down that hallway. All right, so we got French doors. So that was the door that we originally came in, and that's that living room and the kitchen there. And so there's some track lighting here. These French doors that come in. So like built-in bookcases. We have a library room. There is a wine fridge in here. Most of the furniture in here, except for the leather chairs in that living room off the kitchen, is negotiable. So we can just request them in any offer that we create. Yeah, these are wood windows here. Yeah, I think this one here, the seal is just broken on, so you got kind of that clouding kind of happening. Old-fashioned thing there. A little powder room. Nice to have on the main level. Fan. Do a bit better of a light there. Do. Yeah, and then this is really red. Yeah, this is kind of a back. I guess you kind of use this as a mudroom or maybe a giant pantry. Beautiful view of the ocean. It's quite pretty out there. It's stunning. Oh, a screen. Yeah, all wood windows in here. It's quite cute. We'll take a walk around outside after. Blossom Hill Farm. Walk down here to the basement. Take a look at the guts of the place. So, partially finished. It's just like a painted concrete down here. You can come in here under the stairs. So yeah, up top you got that pink fiberglass insulation, and then you have yeah, the styrofoam. Interlocking styrofoam here over the actual foundation. All right, electrical, in my not so professional opinion, looks phenomenal. Nice and neat too. Yeah, lots of electrical heating. It's all the red wires. Oh, just gonna eat it. Yeah, so air exchanger there. So out of this side here we have whatchamahooza going out, the septic, and then you have washer and dryer hookup here. I don't have a washer and dryer here to offer you, but it is there. Yeah, so air exchanger in here. It is a walkout basement. Yeah, there's a storm kind of cover over that. It is a poured concrete basement. We'll see the other side of that from the other side. Let's lock that. It doesn't smell damp or anything down here, but they do have a dehumidifier going. It does go into a drain here on the floor. But yeah, it doesn't smell musty or anything down here. Hot water tank, some water treatment stuff here from the well. Obviously, would always recommend doing a water test, just for your own sake, so you know what's in your water that you're using. But yeah, also too, you want somewhere where you can use the water. Do. All right. Couple jack posts going across here on the one side. Yeah. So I think that kind of concludes our little adventure inside. I will be back momentarily. We'll take a look around outside. Yeah, take it from there. All right, so I'm outside here, checking out this humble abode. That's that back room that we went to at the end of the hallway. Yeah, that's that little office room there. And then through that door is the kitchen, and then through that other bay window right here is that big living room. All right, so out here, side of the house, this is where the driveway kind of ends. We'll take a look around there after. This is where your well is, drilled well. Yeah, so we'll take a walk around here. It's quite pretty. The forests right here next to the house do have just a lot of dead trees, so I think you could clean this up, make it quite pretty. And the gardens do need a little love. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of roses. So many roses. But yeah, it is a little bit weedy, so you could definitely come in and kind of clean this up a little bit. I don't know what these white ones here are, but they're quite stunning. And then that larch tree is quite pretty too. Yeah, I don't know what these are. And then got the little pink roses back here. It's quite pretty. It's just a giant rose garden. Got the jewel box. So the plan with this property, down the hill, she did have horses, and then she built this, and then ended up selling it off the back of her farm, to the German couple. So I feel like at some point, oh, things are kind of screwed shut here, so I don't know. I'll be able to get in, but yeah, so that's like a Dutch door, goes into a stall, I'm assuming. So there's 4 stalls on this side. So yeah, the horse barn. No foundation, just looks like it's on some pressure treated, kind of along the bottom there. The roof of this does need attention. Seeing lots of curling. But yeah, it's quite pretty. Mostly evergreens through here. A lot of the land here around Pomquet is quite rich. You'll see a lot of the corn and a lot of crops that do require more nutritious soils. You got a big apple tree here, it looks like. Quite large, actually. And then you have, actually that's huge. You got a really big lilac tree here. That's really big. Only 20, 25 feet? I'd say 20. Yeah, another lilac here. Lilac, lilac, lilac. Another lilac there. And then again, the 4 Dutch doors here into the barn. She had forage horses, so basically big ponies. So they are, I feel like the ceiling in there is probably 8 feet. So do some quarter horses or something. You got an old fashioned well here as well. Well, not well, I guess tap here. Out to the barn here, obviously for water for the horses there. And then do have a couple trails mowed here. At the side of the property here, so that's off of that big living room by the kitchen there, that porch there. Take a little spin over this way. Another big lilac. It's huge though, look at the trunk on it. It's pretty. Yeah, so that's that run-in that we talked about. There's a little bit of a sag in the roof, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape. They're fencing along here. Yeah, she has all the insulators on the posts. So it looks like it was, that electric wire fencing. And this was a gate with 2x4s that slid through there. It is quite pretty up here. Quite stunning. Got some hills and stuff back there. Go back. Yeah, I got some more apple trees over here. Another little mowed path between 2 of the pastures over there. Yeah, apple trees. And this is out into one of the pastures. Beautiful ocean view over there. Little daylilies. Quite pretty. There's the side of the house here. It will, let's zoom in here. So it does require some painting. You see it's all kind of like chipped off here. Yeah. Take a little look when we get a little closer here. Yeah, again, the landscaping, it's just been neglected. for a little while. Yeah, so I just need to add more stone to this. Let me take a look here underneath. So you can see the concrete piers in here. So it does look quite sturdy. Beam across here, but yeah, just the top of the deck there is a little bit of sagging and stuff, and just old. The actual deck boards on top are just a little old and rotted, so they do need some love. Beautiful views from up here. All the pasture around, and there's the other farm that you drive through to get up here. You kind of go between the two buildings there, so it looks like you're arriving at their farm, and then you keep going. Yeah, these steps, they're just kind of sagging down a little bit. They just need a little attention. Yeah, just a little weathered, a little worse for wear. Railing here. Again, just need some paint. It's kind of chipping everywhere. I'm not sure why this siding here is a little MIA. It's just, yeah, it's honestly just plywood and caulking cover. This section here, maybe they did a repair at some point, and yeah. Anyway, these used to be garden beds. They were railroad ties going around, and looks like they just mowed it. Yeah, you know, a better view of under the deck here on this side. So it does look very secure. Just the face, it just needs a facelift. You might find a little bit more rot when you're pulling it apart, but yeah, just need a little facelift. Pour concrete foundation. Can't really see any major issues inside. That's the door down to the basement there. The storm door that we came through. Almost, well, I guess rat trap. That's the vent for the dryer there. Yeah, so underground electrical service, although the pole ends right there behind that tree, kind of in the middle of the screen. Yeah, it's just been neglected. That needs love. Yeah. There again, just need some paint. Some roses here. And we came out on that side there. That bay window is the one sticking out is the one into that little office space. Just quite cute. Yeah, so there's the electrical pole. So, yeah. And then your driveway coming up is just kind of cute birch tree. Kind of forks here. Yeah, so it's just kind of like gravel, one lane. There's the electrical poles coming up here to the house, and then it goes underground, which is nice so you don't have electrical poles around the property. Yeah, so it is quite long, the driveway there, and you'd have to right down to that next farm. The road kind of comes right up into the middle of their property, and then your driveway goes down between those two buildings down there. And then you have a gate kind of halfway up. Yeah. Here's this pretty white kind of cone ones. I'm not even sure what they are, but they're really cute. It has been dry. We haven't had a lot of rain. So, oh, got some wood chips over here in the corner. Yeah, just take a little stroll over here, see what we find. Oh, this is just some old fencing left up. And you can see the white wire here in the woods. So this at one point obviously was a horse pasture. Yeah, so whole pile of wood chips. Yeah, so there's some old fencing in the woods with the electrical tape that you might, just want to clean up depending on what you're doing. But there are some fence lines if you want to save them, and I don't know, maybe get a Jersey cow. Who knows what your plans are. I know you want it to be food focused. But yeah, it is quite lush. There is some dead wood here in the forests. So yeah, it could definitely be kind of cleaned up, and what you can just kind of see here. This side, not so much. This side's quite alive and fresh. Yeah, it's quite pretty. It is a pretty property. It is stunning up here. But yeah, the house itself, it's just been vacant for a little bit. It needs a little bit of love. Yeah, anyway, I'll get out of here, and I'm sure we'll be chatting.